You're watching Fine and Dandy. Cheers.
Hi, my name's Cameron, and you need to check out the Fine and Dandy podcast.
You are now watching Fine and Dandy.
Watch the Fine and Dandy podcast. Good shit.
Hey, what's up? We're Soe, and you're watching Fine and Dandy.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Blacasso, and you're tuning in with Fine and Dandy.
You are now watching Fine and Dandy!
And we're back.
And we're back.
Fucking back, dude.
Back like we never left.
Back like the cracker Jack.
I've been here the whole time.
Hell
Watching
He
you
never
guys
left.
sleep,
He never left.
living in the walls. Like that movie,
Boy.
yeah.
Bro, we used
Exactly
to have,
like that.
we used to have bats that lived in our walls.
Dude, actually we can get into that. That's actually, I don't know if we talked about that. We might have talked about it a little bit. We'll touch on it. But yeah, welcome back, you guys. Fine and Dandy. Another episode of the week. Coming off a Halloween episode. Honestly, that episode was long as shit.
The,
Shit was
the spookiest.
That was
3
a long
hours.
one. And,
3 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
a lot of conversation happening there.
yeah, so I had some a couple people be like, "Yo, it was a really long episode." I was like, "Yeah," like, but honestly, there's some good points in there. Thanks.
Really? Yeah, I had some people reach out to me after that one.
They like it.
They did. I mean, I assume they liked it because they had things to say about it. So
that's what I
whether
was
they
gonna
acknowledged
say.
that they liked it or not, they had things to say about it. So I thought that was
In what
cool.
way was there like?
Like just people adding their own points onto some of the
that part. Yeah.
the things we touched on. You know, especially with like one of the shorts about depression. I had some people
Dude,
come to me.
same.
Yeah, I had some people come to me about that one. But it
Yeah.
was all in you know, it was all good-hearted and
No, yeah.
good intentions.
I mean, I think it was nice because I mean, it was a conversation starter that I didn't expect to start, if that makes sense. Like, cause shout out Stephanie from work, but like she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, like I kind of wanted to. Do you mind if I talk to you about something?" And I didn't know what it was gonna be about.
She follow our shit.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. She does
Hey,
watch.
thanks. Wow.
But fuck you. What was I saying? Oh, but she was like,
Nice.
she wanted to add something to that short, and she was like, I think like a lot of what you guys were talking about, like it kind of stems from people's like lack of spirituality, like like they don't have a connection to their spirituality, whether it's a belief system or religion system or whatever that is. Like I think a lot of that does stem from that place of not having a connection
But
to
there is
that.
clinical
Definitely. I
There's
think
definitely
depression. There is clinical depression.
yeah,
but she
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
but that's not what we were talking about. I don't think in that clip. But
Some people took it as that though.
oh,
Like we got personal comments on
definitely,
our
yes.
clip. We got comments actually multiple. saying
Yeah,
it.
we probably could have
They didn't say it-
expanded on the subject a
Yeah,
little bit more.
well, it's
like
a clip,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Oh,
But
well, yeah, true. Yeah, yeah.
It's a clip. But yeah, we did go into it a little bit more. But yeah, no, there were some clips. They weren't quite as rude as they could have been. But some people were basically like, I don't think y'all know what depression is.
maybe not.
And then I was like, I did honestly. My response was pretty. I feel like pretty professional. So I look at I look at the comments. I have no PR team. It's just me.
It's just Daniel.
It's just me reading the shit you say. So if you have anything to say, just realize you're talking to this face. It's me.
And whenever my lawyers need me to have some type of proof, I'll just use that clip right there. It's like it's definitely just Daniel. Daniel, it's all Daniel.
As you
PR
can-
team, it's
Yeah.
all Daniel.
It's Daniel. I don't know what to
He
say.
pulls it up.
You know?
As you can see, it was him.
Daniel's like, that's not what I meant.
As you can see in this 14-second clip of Daniel taking
Yeah.
ownership of it.
Yeah, no. So like on all the socials, it's me, Cole, and Josh responding.
It's Shelby. Why not? Let's get some more people
No.
in here.
So it's not just me actually. We all play a big part in responding to those comments. So, yeah, I forgot to mention you guys. Thanks for reminding me. Appreciate it. But no, that was a good episode. 3 hours. I think that was the longest episode we've ever done.
I think I told
feel
him
like
that at
I
the
have
end.
been the longest episodes y'all have done.
Yeah.
That's the second time.
It is
I think
the second
the
time.
first time I was on, I think that was one of the longest. At
It
the
was the
time,
se-
it was the.
It was the second longest at the time, and then now this one definitely broke the record by like a mile.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, I think it's just having that third person.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
That's it up.
it was fun though.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good conversation.
It was, yeah. And either way, like bad or good, I'm glad it had people thinking about things.
Daniel's wearing
know?
a dress.
Daniel was wearing a tutu.
A tutu.
Not even a dress.
It wasn't
Honestly,
really a
dress
tutu,
would
it
have
was a tank,
been
tank
too
top
respectful.
tutu.
Yeah.
Triple T's.
Yeah.
A dress would have been better, probably.
I think I called it a
I should've said
training bra.
quadruple T's.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
A
But
training bra.
That's what I called it.
That's what it felt like. Basically, what it was, dude. That shit was not. My titties were too big for that.
Yeah. I thought it looked pretty good.
Thanks.
I was kind of
You had
into
a
it.
you had a pretty close up. You had a close up look
Yeah, I was right here.
firsthand.
Tutu and all.
Yeah, dude.
Had I accidentally dropped something and had to look under the table, who knows what I would have seen.
Who knows what you would have done?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have a point, though.
What?
With which part?
I was like,
The
oh,
last part.
who knows what he would have done?
Yeah, I don't know how I would have reacted at that point.
This is just me like this, waiting for him.
Yeah.
Like he just,
That's funny.
Why power?
oh my god.
I think we've done that before.
Yeah, don't say it.
It's funny how that became like a offensive thing. Like everybody's like, no, it's just a joke. People are like, it became like a
What?
discourse, like the whole like white power in this.
Oh,
thing.
that's
It
why.
became
Oh,
like
because they were saying that was a.
it was like wasn't it a white supremacy symbol at one point?
Yeah.
Or
Wait,
something?
wait. Hold on. I think I know this. Because this is K's, right?
I think
Like, the way people used to look at it is it's
like
the three Ks,
I
right?
think maybe I don't know.
I don't
if
know.
that's
or,
exactly
or
what it is.
I don't know, but I
But it
remember
was
something about
seen-
that. I remember
it was
somebody
seen
telling
as
me
like
a- yeah,
about that.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. I just, it's
Oh, God.
fine. This
It
guy-
was seen as
God.
like a white supremacy symbol, but then there
I
were
don't
so
know.
many people that were just like, nah, but like me and my buddies used to like, if you look, then I get to punch you. It actually became like a
Who knows
like
what the origins
some-
were?
a
I thought
topic
it
of
was like you're
discourse
making
type
them
shit.
look below the belt, like
Right.
you catch them
Ball
like,
gazer.
like,
That
oh,
would be
check-
below
yeah,
the
ball
table.
gazer. That's
There's
what
rules
it
to
was.
this shit.
Yeah, ball gazer.
Oh, you look at my dick. This is why 85% of our viewership is males.
Maybe.
What? No, we talk about art.
we talk about art.
That's not how to do it.
No, I don't remember doing that.
No,
Actually,
we talk about sophistication. We have smart talk here.
Yeah, it's
We're
nothing.
intellectuals. Okay. I can look at art.
I don't feel like an intellectual.
That art piece right there, that speaks a lot. Silence is loud.
Yeah. What does that say to you?
A picture's worth 1,000 words.
Daniel's specifically talking about the Buddha, to my left. and
Yeah,
to
I
the
would say
screen's
that
right. How does that make you feel?
Blue.
Wow.
That's a good one.
It speaks a lot. You know,
Like when you say blue, you mean like sad?
they say, you know, the echoes of silence, and that's what I would name that piece if
Echoes of silence.
The echoes of silence.
Okay.
Silence does speak volumes.
Yes, exactly.
Does it?
Chance favors the prepared mind.
Say that again.
Chance favors the prepared mind.
What does that mean?
Yeah, dude. If you knew art, you would know.
True.
If
Yeah.
you looked at art more, you would
True.
know.
I know. I find it hard to look at because
That's why our viewership from women's down. You don't know.
Because you don't look at art, bro.
Because you don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's not the ball gazer jokes.
It's
not
not
that.
at all that.
No,
Can't be that.
You need to get it together, dude.
I
I'm an
cannot do that.
I'm an everyday Casanova, but
But
you.
But what? I feel like I look rugged, in a good way, or maybe at least like a middle ground way.
That means
It could go either way,
I don't know if you knew, but a crackhead tried hitting on Cole the other day. He said he's looking good. Tried to kiss him.
I think we talked about that
On
on
the
the
podcast?
Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to bring it back up because he said rugged.
Has it progressed? Have you hit up the hobo?
No, he sadly did not give me his number. I don't think he was coherent enough to give me his number.
Was he coherent?
Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. It could have just been
I don't know. I wish I was there so I could have a visual.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't know, dude. You seem like you kind of were hitting on him back. You
Y'all
know?
have to
That's
ask
kinda
Winton
how-
about it one day, or maybe have him
Winton
on.
was
have him
in
talk
another
about it,
world. He was
because
in- yeah.
he was, but he was there for it. I mean, he was the one that we walked outside and he was talking to this crackhead dude, and we were just like, "Why are you hanging out with this guy?" I mean, he was sitting down at the table with him, just like hanging out, and we were just like,
Hey, yo, Whitney, you know
Why?
you don't. You know we can go this way.
Are you saying that crackheads aren't people?
That's what he said.
"No, they are. They are definitely people. I'd say they're some extravagant people."
Or do you ever think that, like, sometimes in my brain, I'm like, what if I was, like, reincarnated into, like, the opposite of kind of my life now, or, like, into, like, the most extreme
What is the
of a
opposite
life?
of your life?
Well,
now?
I
That's
just
what
say
I was gonna
the
ask.
most extreme of a lifestyle. Like, I was super, like, white trashy, or just any, it doesn't matter, any type of trash.
Just any other polar opposite.
opposite, just like I'm eating Hungry Man's and drinking Bush Light, and I work like a construction job.
We love you guys if they're watching.
Yeah, it sounds like that sounds like Steven.
I was gonna say it sounds like
Steven actually does not that far from that. Yeah, they're not that far. That's true. Hey,
Love you
Vickers
guys.
drinks Coors Banquet.
Hey, we love you guys. Blue
He's-
Collar Boys will have you back on.
I can't
He's
hate
classy.
on the Coors Banquet.
No, but I
because-
mean, like, I wear like a wife beater, and then like I was a.
And then you
like,
beat your wife.
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. You're not even married. Who,
Like, I was
it's
just
somebody else's wife.
Yeah, like I'm
That's-
just so far gone.
That's crazy. You know, whose wife is this, dude?
Like it's just a whole nother realm. Like I'm just my life is so in the drain. Like I've already talked myself into believing that I'm right and that I'm like so delusional that like if I treat everyone like shit, I'm like it's their fault.
Can we talk about how
Yeah,
it's crazy that there is a whole garment of clothing called a wife beater, and
How
we're
many-
all just like, yeah,
We
no,
rolled
that's
with
what that
that.
is.
Yeah, we
That's-
accepted
that's
that.
what that is.
just an undershirt.
Because there's
That's
other
all it
tank-
really is,
There's other
just an
tank
undershirt.
tops, but the ones that are just like the white ones that are just straight
If you're
up,
Why?
if you're
or
wearing
straight
it,
up black either
or the
one.
black ones.
if
I
you're
don't know.
wearing it
are black
under
tank
your
tops
clothes
considered
as
wife
an
beaters?
undershirt, does it stop being a wife beater?
Yeah.
No,
It
I don't
becomes an
know.
undershirt.
It's
Yeah.
an undershirt until your top shirt comes off, and then your wife beater powers are unlocked.
So you got to be really careful about who you take off the overshirt in front of, because
correct.
you immediately become wife beater like right after
You
you
I
take
may
the shirt
or
off.
may not beat up your or someone else's wife while they're in the vicinity. There's a radius thing. I think it's like I said, once those powers are unlocked, it's
Yeah.
Like GTA
time.
fucking San Andreas. You just lock onto somebody. Fucking.
Oh, that shit used to piss
I only
me
say
off
that one
you'd
because
be-
he always wore that. Like that was his fit. Was the jeans.
Oh yeah, in every
and
video.
the white,
yeah.
white
yeah,
beater. That was
every-
all he wore.
Although I do have a question now that we are on the subject.
How
Is
many people do you? How many wives do you have to beat in order? Like how many wives were beaten in order for the
for
shirt?
that shirt in
Like
that shirt? Like how many people were wearing that when they
For
were
it to become a
beating their
trope?
wives for it to be the thing?
Yeah,
That's what we
yeah.
call this now.
I don't
There's
know.
consensus.
Y'all
That's
should,
crazy.
Somebody should look that up. See if we can find a good answer for that. 'cause-
But
How many
see where the
women
name
had to
came
get-
from.
No, I'm sorry.
yeah, like where
Where
did
the
the
name came from.
phrase "wife beater" for a
Pull
tank
it up.
top come
Hey Jamie,
from?
pull it up.
I can do
Because
that.
I have a
the
white
screen.
tank top that's a band shirt, and I'm
gonna
not
do it
gonna
once I
put that away.
pull it up.
You know, and that's not the same. It isn't the same.
But also, we stand against domestic abuse. I wanted to put that out
Absolutely,
there.
this is just jokes. Sorry, guys, if this
Banter.
is trigger warning stuff. Yeah, sorry.
But we have to know the history of the shirt.
We do have to
Sorry.
know. But while we're talking, while he's looking that up, I do want to go back into the story. We did have bats on our wall at one point. That shit was crazy. I don't know if you knew that. When we stayed in the
Was
house.
it bats or was it rats scurrying around? Like, how do you know it was bats?
Well, you wake up in your bed one night and then you see a bat just flying around.
no shit. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And
Oh,
you,
that's
you know how many times
terrifying.
we like he woke me up
That's
one
a
night trying to catch a bat.
living
and
nightmare.
I woke up one night. I'm like, oh shit, Josh, help. Dude. You're like, oh fuck. Yeah.
All right, so this is Wikipedia, but it says the term wife beater reportedly became synonymous as an undershirt after a 1947 criminal case where a Detroit man was arrested for beating his wife to death, and newspapers printed a photo of the wife beater wearing a stained undershirt.
Holy shit.
Damn.
That's depressing.
That's insane to think about.
That's not.
He beat his wife so bad that the shirt forever was tainted with the name.
Yeah, I don't know why I
That shirt's
thought that
cursed.
wouldn't be that dark, because obviously it is,
But
but I didn't see that coming.
I also didn't think it was that recent. I thought it
What,
might be something.
1947?
47. Yeah, I would think that the wife beater has been around for a long time.
You think like the 1870s, they were just like, yo, go grab it. I don't even think they
In the
existed.
Roman
Well, you gotta
eras.
think it was around for a while, but it took a while for people to recognize the consistency of they're all wearing this
And then
shirt.
was this guy like the culmination of all of the other wife beatings, to where it's like, okay, now he's like the face of the wife
Well,
beater?
I guess maybe it's like a serial killer, like that was his nickname,
Right.
Right, and
Right,
then
well, I don't
guess
know.
maybe it became
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, a photo.
I've
of
never
the
even heard of
wife
that. I was
beater
surprised there was
wearing a
actually
stained
you got an
undershirt.
answer. I didn't think you
It
were
was
gonna
pretty
get
specific.
Yeah, it was pretty specific. I didn't think you were gonna get that.
I mean, I think it's just that, though,
That made it
because
sad.
it's like
Sorry.
Productivity.
I said that made it sad.
a product of your environment type
Education.
of thing. You know what I mean? And then, like, when you're poor or you don't have that much money, and I assume that's what people kind of associate that with, too. You can buy, like, a 10-pack of those for, like, $2. Back then, probably.
That's true. Yeah.
Like Hanes, fucking
Also, like you're not even wearing like a
Hanks.
short sleeve button up shirt over it. You just pretty much just gave up on that. You're just like, no, I'm not gonna put a real shirt on today. I'm just gonna go out in this.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of friends that do that.
I don't know anyone
You
who
know?
does.
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean-
have. I don't think I can think of anybody.
This is random. It made me think of that. Like, it's just
So is
crazy how
wearing
like
a wife
you
beater.
don't know anyone who does that, right? There's someone who does that. But then it was crazy. So I have a coworker who umpires, right? We were talking about it, and then someone we're with was like, "Y'all know someone who umpires?" Like, I have never known anyone ever who's ever umpired in life. I was like, that is so random. But like,
So like you're saying the moment you realized somebody you work with was an umpire, you got asked for the first time ever if
No.
you knew an umpire?
no.
Oh.
I was hanging out with them. We were just talking about like, yeah, they had to umpire, whatever. They're like, I didn't even know people. Like, I've never known anyone that actually is umpired. Like, it's just like a thing you think of and you see on TV with, because she was like, "The umpire for the Astros?" I was like, we were all like, "No."
Where do they get those people
Fuck.
from?
What?
Where do they get those people from? Because I'd imagine like
Umpires?
I mean I would imagine like they gotta ensure that you have good knowledge. Like I mean, how do you become an umpire?
I mean, it's typically this probably might not be the most sensitive, but it's probably most people that like the sport enough to want to do it, but aren't athletic enough or able to do it as much as other people are.
Some of these
Yes.
umpires are pretty damn intimidating.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
not
see
trying to
I
take
see where
any
you're coming
respect from them, but what I'm saying is it. I mean, nobody would want to do that unless they had a love for the game and
that
really-
much.
But also
Oh, dude.
the inability. If you had a love for the game that much, would you want to play it? So like you probably have the inability to play it. So maybe
Actually,
like
I've got a friend
maybe you
that
had an injury or something in your past that keeps
Yeah.
you from doing it. It's not like you're just not like inept, you know.
I have a buddy. Shout out to Cameron.
Yeah.
That he never wanted to play the sport. Always wanted to be a caster. Always wanted to be a sportscaster.
Mhm.
Never wanted to play. Just wanted to know the statistics. Wanted to be able to do the commentary. Wanted to do all that, and then went to school at least for a little bit. I don't know if he's doing it anymore, but went to school for broadcasting and
Broadcast
yeah,
journalism.
with the intention of being a sportscaster.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
That's
I don't know.
fucking
I don't
cool.
know. You never
What
had
Josh
any
is trying to
intention
do.
of the.
Relatively, without going to school.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you really. I don't
It's
know.
not-
I don't know how
it's-
it works. I don't know enough about sports or sportscasting, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people go to school for that you don't have to go to school for to be successful in the field.
I think that there's a lot of degrees that do require a higher level of education to be able to perform those careers, but there's also a lot of degrees where the only purpose of college is for the networking and for you to be under a certain professor or find a connection through your classmates or be in a fraternity and have a brotherhood or whatever the case may be. It's realistically like all the stuff you're going to learn in certain degrees is stuff you probably could learn online in today's age, but you do get that level of networking to add on to that education that you're already able to get.
I think that's
kinda
one of the
covered
most
that.
important parts of schooling is that like a lot of the time they'll go immediately into an internship phase.
Yeah.
And it's like there's some people that didn't go to school, but they really just started from the bottom and worked their way up from the inside. without going to school, and they just did it sheerly through experience. And then I feel like a lot of the time when you get those graduates, they got to go out and make that experience now. You know what I mean? Because they still want to see that experience. But I don't know. I'm not a college graduate, so I can't really. But that's my take on it.
We've touched on college degrees, I feel like, a lot. So
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just a topic because there's, and it seems like we're kind of getting away from it to a degree, but it is this like everlasting pressure of like, if you want a better job, quote unquote, then you should go to college, quote unquote, for that degree. In
hustling it out, you gotta hustle, like, regardless.
Right.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes back to a little bit of what we were talking about in the last episode, but apprenticeships, like learning something that's handed down, and like getting experience that way rather than going to college for it or something. You know what I mean? Like, you can go to school to be a carpenter, but you could also come from a line of family that your whole family, like granddad, dad, great granddad, all were carpenters. Like, I would give the same credit to both of those people.
We just met someone last night. Like, we were talking to some dude, the guy who likes Tullamore, right?
Oh, Hector.
Yeah, dude.
Where's he work right now? He works at the
Newport.
Davenports.
Yeah. So he was
Deport.
dude, I don't want to give it away, but I guess
Everybody go annoy the hell out of Hector.
But basically, comes from a career of like, or a family of career bartenders. He's like, dude, that's what I do.
Really?
He just,
That's sick.
he likes making cocktails and like
See,
loves whiskey. Like, dude loves whiskey, like collecting it. Like, he was talking about how his dad I think it's gone 8 years. Like 8 years ago, they got their own like whiskey, basically made, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in a barrel right now. They put it in a cave in Brenham.
In a cave?
It's kind of
Yeah.
sick.
Cave whiskey?
Cave ski.
That sounds pretty sweet. Not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah. Like, it's like they
Cave
buried
whiskey.
it in a
Who owns
cave.
the cave?
I don't know.
The bats.
Yeah.
Damn.
They made it. The bats that were from our house.
Yeah.
They made it to Brenham.
Dude, they made it to Brenham. Dude, no, but for real, they were in our walls.
So, where were they getting in from?
I don't know. They
That-
left
that
one
was
day.
This was the
unclear.
house?
There
or
was a
this
hole.
here?
There
was
was
a
a couple holes. It was unclear which way or how they were getting into the walls. But bro, like, we were chirping like a few different times. But there was once, like, I feel like the first time when we were chirping, we were hearing noises. We didn't really know what it was. But it was the second time when we were like kind of laying down on the carpet.
It was me, dude.
I think it was you. You were laying down on the carpet with like your head
put
against
my
the
head-
wall. Like the back of your head was, top of your head was against the wall
Like
type
ear-
shit.
yeah, and I just
your
heard-
ear was like right there, and you just heard the what was it? It was like
He was
a-
like, I was like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
it's like, bro. And then like we looked outside, and then there was like kind of like
We're
a
tripping
night.
dicks,
There was
by the
kind of
way.
like a light that was shining through. We were just seeing like hundreds of bats just like flying like in circles, like type shit around that light.
In
to
an
try to-
apartment?
No, it was
This
a
was
house.
in the house. Okay, I was like, what?
No. It was in the house. It was
And
when we lived in a house.
Hundreds?
Probably. I feel like it was a lot, bro.
probably like 30.
Well, it can seem like 100, like, because those things move sporadically and they're very fast.
Yeah, it's probably
Bro,
20.
So
to
it could
30.
seem like double what it is, But
It
there's
seemed
still, I
like
mean,
a
not
lot.
that it's less intimidating.
It wasn't
was-
5.
Yeah,
is what
not
I'm
that
saying.
it's less intimidating.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
so-
grandmother's house used to have bats because they had this house like out in the middle of the woods, and I can't remember which county it was in or which city it was in, but there was like an arch that was above the door, right, and it went up really high, like probably like I want to say like maybe like 25, 30 feet, and it was the front door, and I remember being a little kid and just like walking up to the front door when we would get to their house and just looking up, and there was like 7, 8, 9, 10 bats just hanging up there, just like, and they would just like lick under their wings, do whatever bats do, and you'd just be standing there like, that's a lot.
Well,
Like, that's-
alrighty
you're
then.
like, all right, okay.
I mean, that's kind of reminds me of fucking.
They're basically
in-
flying rats,
No, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
which is kind of
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is that, but I feel like they are a little bit more.
majestic.
I wasn't gonna use
Sometimes
that
they look like
word.
little
I was
puppies.
gonna say
I
like
think
more.
they're romanticized.
I was
but
gonna
they're
say more.
rodents.
They're a little bit more organized. I would say, like as like a.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it tribe
was
or what?
gonna
What would you
say-
say a collection of bats is? Is it a family of bats? Or
Might.
Maybe a family. Maybe it's a family of bats. Maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, that sounds about right. But I think they're
A dugout of
romanticized a lot
bats?
more. But like, I was gonna say they're more intelligent than rats, but then I was
That's
like, no, rats are like pretty intelligent. Like,
Yeah, no,
aren't
they
like,
are.
I mean, I think most rodents are.
Yeah, bro.
pretty
Remy
smart.
started his own restaurant.
Yeah, bro. He's
Oh my god.
bon appetit.
Oh my god.
He started his own restaurant, dude. Way smarter than
I
me.
actually have a rat under my beanie.
What's his
That
name?
is, he doesn't have one.
Why
He
not?
doesn't have one. He wishes to remain enigmatic.
That's a word.
That's a word. How about that?
Fucking dickhead.
He's a mystery.
He's a mystery and
could've
he's
just said that, but-
enigmatic.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, but Nickelback though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna want to. That's what
Is
I
that
wanted
you-
to talk
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you
was
said-
gonna start with
okay, we're
that.
on the same page. Then. 'Cause, okay, beforehand we were like, all right, we know. I was like, dude, I know what I want to talk about, and then he was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, you don't know. I'll take one. Yeah. I was like, you don't know. He's like, yeah, you don't even. But the topic is people love Nickelback more than they want to admit.
No. I don't think that's fair. We're not gonna say Nickelback. I would say dad rock.
No,
Just-
I'm specifically Nickelback because Nickelback just was a period of time when they got hate. They got like booed off a stage at one point, and then ever since then, everyone's like, "Dude, Nickelback sucks" for like a long
Ever
time.
since then, that's not. I don't think that's what started it.
Yeah, dude.
No, I don't think that's what started it.
Let's look it up. I think that's what it. That's what I
Let's
remember.
look it up. Hey, what are we looking at?
What started Nickelback hate?
What started?
I would like to know what y'all's
Nickelback.
favorite dad rock band is. That's my thing.
Favorite dad rock?
Favorite
I mean,
dad rock band.
what really like kind of categorizes as dad rock? I mean, is it just like
the
anything
same
that's
chords
similar
a lot,
as
powerful
Nickelback?
masculine vocals. Not really too much changing up of the song throughout. Really cheesy music videos where maybe they're just like in a white room or just in a kind of a beat down house.
With
This
the
shit says
arms
my
wide
this
open.
shit says my conclusion is that Nickelback is hated for the sake of hating something.
Sometimes- nah, but I was so it's basically they signed to some metal label and a lot of metalheads, you know, being assholes. They were like,
Whoa!
"Whoa,
All right, slow it down.
nah, I'm just kidding. They just are haters. If it's not
Opinionated.
what they, yeah,
Definitely opinionated.
that goes with haters. I'm very opinionated. I'm a hater.
Fair enough. If you can accept it, then I'll accept it.
Yeah,
right, I'll take it. I'm a hater.
Being very opinionated is a form of a hate. It's just a better way of saying I'm partially a hater.
All right, fine. I'll take it.
Like, that's
He
a-
said,
I'll
"All right,
take
fine,
it."
you're a hater."
Yeah. I was resisting for no reason.
It's true though. Like think about it. Like me, I'm like, oh, dude, that sucks. Like that's they're selling out. It's pretty shitty. And so you know, someone else out there like that's really good music, and you're like, no.
Not really.
Nah. They're like, no, that's pretty good. And you're like, no.
No.
This one's just fucking funny. This says fucking band members lack sufficient talent and opinion shared by renowned artists. It's like, damn, y'all hate them just because y'all think they're untalented. That's
That's
pretty
what I was gonna
fucked
say
up.
though. That's why I said like there's not much changes that happen throughout like their songs. And usually almost every song is the same chord structure as the other songs they have. So they're only doing like 4 chords. And I'm not saying I know that for sure. I know that's what a lot of people have a problem with that
They're
they
not
tell
talent?
me. Huh?
Create just a hit with the same. You're using the same thing.
That's a
over-
form of talent. Is it musical talent? I don't know.
Oh, dude.
No, I mean, I don't know. That's just what I hear my other musician friends, their issue with them.
Yeah,
is.
it's
But
just
I've heard a
things
lot of
going
different
around
things, you
and-
know. Maybe it's their fan base that people have a problem with. You know, kind of like Insane Clown Posse. You know,
I don't know, dude. That's way.
I feel like they get a lot of
Juggalos are-
hate from me.
lot of
as,
people.
as well as I mean,
A lot
not
of
mainly
people.
me, but they get hate from a lot of people. But I would be one of those people.
Th-
But yeah, I'm,
you still
I'm
talking about
okay with
Nickelback?
that.
What?
But
You still talking about Nickelback?
No, Insane
no, I'm
Clown
talking about
Posse.
Insane Clown Posse, yeah. But I think one of the reasons it's so easy to give them hate is because a lot of their fan base is just really cringy. Sorry if you are part of their fan base. I'm not talking about you specifically.
I feel like juggalos also are probably racist. Not saying for sure, but
I don't know. They're all love, dude. That's like saying there's racist ravers out there. There's no way, dude. Just kidding.
you know that is like a.
We all know it's only blurred till you reach the parking lot, and that shit stops real quick.
Yeah,
It's not parking lot pimping when you're parking lot player.
parking lot plur, parking lot pimp. I need to make something that says parking lot plur.
That
But-
like a T-shirt or a beanie.
That'd be fire.
Maybe a snapback.
Merch coming soon.
If you wore a snapback, that would kind of make sense.
You know, it is crazy though. There is like a lot of conversations about like racism scene. Like not like inherent. There is for sure, but like just how it is, like hardly any minorities. And
What do you mean? Like it's a lot
Like
of
it's-
white frat boys?
well,
Why
now
would you say that?
no. I mean, the bigger ones are, but like even like what? Cause look, it's hard to say because you know there's the whole like if you date back to Chicago club scene, disco, all that, right? Like a lot of those places were safe places for like the queer space and like also
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for
minorities.
sure. I
You
would
know what I
say
mean? Like
80s especially,
yeah,
right?
it was made for that. You know what I mean? Like that was like a safe space for a lot of these people, and then of course commercialization, capitalism blows something up, and then it steers completely in the opposite direction. Oh, watch there, bud.
This chair's missing a wheel.
So it steers in the completely opposite direction of what it was intended on being. And thus you have the big corporate
My mom was a raver. She was pretty hippie
Really?
chick. Yeah. Different rave scene in the 90s though, in the late 80s.
a little more underground, a little more
Yeah,
drug
definitely.
usage.
Not
I don't know
only
about
that,
more.
but this might not be the same, but it was more
say
of
the
like an
drug
emo
usage is
rave
probably-
situation. Like, like one of her favorite bands was Depeche Mode, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it has a really similar atmosphere, as far as like dance goes and stuff like that.
Yeah, the best
And like the light shows and lasers and stuff like that. And
They're
all that
very
stuff.
80s.
Yeah.
Depeche Mode is
Yeah,
very 80s.
yeah, but I mean, that's some original dance music right there. You know what I mean? That was kind
Bro,
of one of the
80s
OGs.
So big on synths. Synths were huge. Like 80s is like
It was
kind
a
of
new
what-
instrument at the time.
Yeah,
it was still
bro.
kind of new.
Yeah, so like people were just like, "Oh, fuck a synth. Let me just
look how many
fucking."
different things you can do with it.
People were making some. Honestly, 80s music was fucking sick because they were like fucking.
Shout out to In the Low for some synth songs.
Yeah, dude. In the Low. I'm gonna book them probably again since the last time I did book them.
Good show every time.
So
Yeah. Well,
I typed in dad rock bands and I don't know, dude. You asked which one of my favorite was, and I don't know. And I don't feel like some of these are dad rock bands. Like they got the Killers on here as a dad rock.
That's
band.
not a dad rock
that's
band.
not dad
So
rock.
No
I don't know
one
what-
dislikes the Killers, and if you do, come on, what are you doing?
I dislike the Killers.
You
got
don't
Blink-
like the Killers?
No.
They've got Blink 182 as a dad rock band.
He doesn't like Mormon people.
He doesn't like Mormon people.
Yeah,
That
that's
makes
why he
sense.
doesn't like the Killers.
I also no, I'm
That
not a
makes
big fan of
sense.
Mormon people.
Molly Cruz a dad rock band.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Van Halen
Yeah,
is a
Yeah,
dad rock
definitely.
that's
band.
it. But if
Sticks,
no, I feel like that's older though.
which one sticks? What?
fucking Queen.
Dude, I don't know. Even Van Halen's older. I feel
Green
like that's
Day's
more older
probably a
metal.
dad rock band. Green Day.
Yeah,
They
Green
might
Day's dad rock.
They might be grouped into dad rock. Yeah.
I'd go Linkin Park. We're talking
Are they
dad
dad
rock.
rock?
Is,
Our generation of dads.
They didn't
yeah,
show up on
probably.
here.
Lincoln Park. Yeah.
then I would go Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Wait, what is dad rock?
Would be my
Is it
favorite.
just like
Linkin Park had some hits, dude.
I
Dude,
feel
they
like
were transforming. They were transforming out there.
You know what? I liked the first couple Linkin Park albums, and then literally they got on Transformers and all those songs. Then and after that, I was like, this doesn't sound the same. Like, not that I
dude,
want
they
it to sound the
just, they
same
just
every
got so
time.
much success, dude. It's just not. They're not what they used to be,
It
dude.
says
Yeah.
those Led Zeppelin
I'm
and
the
the Rolling
hipster.
Stones are considered dad rock to one generation,
same
while
way.
Nirvana and Pearl Jam fall under that umbrella.
Pearl Jam.
for
I used to
other-
fuck with Pearl Jam, honestly.
Okay, I like Nirvana. I used to hate Nirvana, and I'm still not like their biggest fan, but they have a couple songs that are just fucking awesome.
Shine Down. I like Shine Down.
Shinedown's all right.
Chris Cornell band. It was one of the Chris Cornell bands I used to really like.
Temple of the Dog.
Well, no, it wasn't them. It was not Audio Slave either. It was the other one. Soundgarden.
Soundgarden's good. So
I
is
like
Audio
Soundgarden.
Slave. I like Audio
Yeah,
Slave.
yeah, but like I liked Soundgarden a lot. Is what I was gonna say.
I was listening to Chino Marino, freaking what's his band? Brain Fart. Know what it is? I'm just
Brain
that's
Fart?
the band.
That's a good
I'm
band.
just Brain Fart.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
probably a pretty punk rock band name.
fuck, dude. I'm using that. I'm fucking seeing that
Now
shit.
I'm gonna learn music.
Dude, my name's gonna be Brian. Come on, dude.
Deftones.
Deftones. Thank you. I don't know why I blanked on that.
You
I
tell
was literally listening to so much Deftones this morning while I was opening the bar, and I had a couple of my coworkers come up to me like, "Dude, this band slaps."
Who was it?
Deftones.
Oh, it's Deftones.
So good. Yeah, but they're not good for like every situation, to be honest.
I mean, it's. I mean, yeah, but they're
Imagine
still
playing that at a family gathering.
It's like playing fucking what's that fucking fuck, it starts with an S. I can't think of the name right now.
Soundgarden.
No. I'm gonna figure it out. Just give me like
I love
5.
how like just Deftones is just openly known as being the horny band. You know what I mean? Like they're just that's it.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
the most they're known for. Just Chino being a horny bastard. I'm alright with it.
Let me see.
The Strokes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Speaking
that's a
of horn-
good band.
Yeah,
That is a good band.
a good one.
They also have another band, I think, called Void, the Voids, or something like that.
Was it with Julius Casablancas? Because he does his own solo. You know what's funny? Actually, you want to know how I got into the Strokes?
Okay.
What? No, I got into the Strokes because Julius Casablancas featured on a Lonely Island song.
On a Lonely Island song?
Yeah,
Which
I was like
song?
11 or 12, and I heard Boombox.
I don't know that one.
Boombox was out of control.
I don't know. I was never. I didn't. That wasn't any of my favorite like SNL skits, so I didn't get that into it. Like I didn't.
They
listen
weren't
to the
SNL
songs.
skits.
Lonely Island.
It was not SNL.
Isn't that
It's Andy Samberg.
and this Justin Timberlake, right?
No, Justin Timberlake did a song with them.
Oh, okay. See, I never knew that. I didn't know that because it wasn't my like. I didn't get that into.
They
it.
were their own group. It was a trio,
Oh, damn.
and they made
learn
songs.
something every day.
Yeah, they had a song with Akon. They did a song
that's
with
pretty
Michael
sweet.
Bolton,
Why?
Justin Timberlake,
Michael Bolton.
Julius Casablancas from the Strokes. Yeah, they just
That's pretty wild.
called Jack Sparrow.
I got the video up there. I don't
Michael
think I can.
Bolton's.
I don't think I can play
Yeah, I
it
don't
for the
think-
audience.
yeah.
But y'all can see it in that small square there.
Yeah, it won't have the audio.
I vaguely
Oh, yeah.
remember seeing this.
I don't know if the.
Oh, is
audio
that him?
plays through there though?
It doesn't. It won't.
They won't.
No.
That'd be sick if it did. Picked up through there.
But yeah, that's the video.
Yeah.
Imagine just
And it ends up like with the old people kind of fucking.
It does.
At the
I
end.
remember that shit.
just
But yeah-
imagine you're like, hey, I want to get the guy from the Strokes for this.
The fact that
This stupid
Lonely
song
Island
we're
was.
That's
doing.
what they got Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Akon.
The fact that Lonely Island was making hits like this whenever we were in fucking like 6th grade.
You
makes,
threw
like,
it on the
no
ground
sense.
was-
I remember people having that on their shit.
What?
Threw it on the ground. Like
Yeah,
they
that
had
was-
that on their iPod. You know,
was-
because you had the shuffle back in the day, kids.
Dick in the Box, fucking.
Dude, that was Justin Timberlake.
What was the one with Akon?
That was I Just Had Sex.
I Just Had Sex. That one was
On a
funny as
boat?
fuck. On a
On a
boat.
boat.
That shit
Oh
was
wait,
funny.
That was T-Pain.
What's the
T-Pain.
Like a Boss?
Like a
That was
Boss
one of my
fucking
favorites. is
hilarious.
That music video is awesome.
Yo, I'm telling you,
It's,
bro. Like you could be like,
straight up
but
awesome.
like
Definitely
peak comedy
like that's
for the time.
thing
For
is
the
that-
time.
That's the thing is like for what they were doing at such a high level. We were so lucky to be able to like kind of experience that at like when we did type shit.
It probably will never happen again.
Well,
that.
but I mean, Cody and Noel are doing something similar to that. They make they make good songs that are comedy based, you know. And then there's like Lil Dicky, he makes comedy rap.
When was the last time he made anything though?
I don't know.
I
That's
thought
a
he
good
stopped.
point.
I
That's
thought
a
he stopped.
fairly
He's
good
got
point.
Dave now, so
Dave is so successful. I
would
could see why
rather
he stopped.
I'd rather do Dave than do the rapping.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends. I guess it's because you could do both. Why not?
I feel like Dave is more. I think maybe you have a little bit more reliability on that. Like you can lean more on that as a TV show, whereas as a musician, you might have the one crap album and then everybody just stops listening to you completely because they just give up on you or something.
I think
Whereas a
Lil
TV
Dicky-
show, you can have like a bad season, but you still have those stragglers that are like watching, and then it gets good again, and they tell you they're friends. I don't know.
Well, that, but also it's more, a little more permanent in the way that the app that it's on, like Hulu or Netflix, will continue to push that shit out. Whereas, like your album, you have to pay people to continue to push that shit out.
Or your label does.
Or your label does, right? Or you're paying it for it through the horrible contract that you have with your label.
The horrible, the slavery contract you have with your label.
Oh,
that stuff's crazy.
industry. Every industry.
It's all pretty much at this point, yeah. I mean, capitalism.
Hey, do you
I
want
don't know
this
if we
deal that
can
makes
blame
us
all
more
this
money?
stuff on capitalism.
We can do
guys.
whatever we want.
This
Because
seems
fuck
kinda
capitalism.
strong.
I mean, it's the system in which we live in. So
Oh yeah. Wait,
fu-
what are you saying?
think if we lived in a different system and all the shitty things that were happening, you would say,
Oh, you'd probably blame it on. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, you gotta what else are we gonna blame it on?
Ourselves? That would be crazy.
Oh,
Human
dude.
nature.
My boss doesn't give me health care. That's my fault. I'm an
How
idiot.
how
Well,
dare
maybe
I?
we should fight harder for health care.
Yeah, dude.
What if literally no one in America showed up to work because we all agreed to fight for health care, and we're like, nope, we're not doing it.
Dude, there's
Even the
0%.
bosses, even the managers aren't showing up.
I wouldn't.
They're
ever.
part of it. CEOs are the only ones that are just like sitting in their little 20-bedroom house
When's the last time
with their
every
nice
person,
health care.
When's the last time every person in America did anything at the same time?
Never, because the conspiracy is that they want us to hate
Flash
each other,
mobs.
so we don't do it. Oh, flash
Everybody-
mobs. What if we got into
everybody-
flash mobs?
We got a flash mob of people to not go to work.
We could get into flash mobs, guys.
Yeah, I
We
would
should
be
do
down.
that. Would y'all
We
be
could do
down?
a fine and dandy flash mob.
Yeah, I'd do it.
A fine and flash
This
mob.
is a total of 10 people. that
Flash
just show
mob and dandy.
Honestly, I think if we did flash mobs now, they would come back. They'd be a hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like we,
the dance
act like-
ones and stuff.
they would probably be a hit. Yeah.
Imagine the
TikTok would
disappointment
eat
of
that
people
shit up.
not showing up though.
I feel like,
Like,
people
you know-
gotta be doing that shit. There's too many people that like spent their life doing like dance lessons and fucking choreographed fucking dance to not be doing flash mobs even in COVID. It's
I
like
think
you
the
gotta
internet-
be doing that shit.
Well, yeah, probably, but I think the internet has kind of ruined. Because back then, flash mobs, people were like, "Dude, that's kind of funny and sick." Now someone's like, "Dude, I have shit to do. Could you please get the fuck out of my way?
Yeah, you're in the middle of this intersection.
Can we not do this? We're at the airport. I gotta get to my bags."
You
and
say
now
that,
the
but
whole-
then we have the whole generation of the pranksters, and it's
Yeah,
like,
everyone
they don't
hates
give a fuck
them.
about people's day. You know, it's like honestly, you probably do have something going on, but fuck you. I got a fucking channel to run, bitch.
You guys ever put saran wrap on the toilet?
I haven't, but it's diabolical.
honestly just shitting in business.
I think I remember putting like something. You know the thing where you crack the door and you put it in the crack of the door, like you put something on top of the crack of the door.
Yeah,
And they open the door, it falls on them.
right.
I think I remember doing that with something.
I've helped
But
saran
And
wrap
I don't
someone's
remember it
car.
working out, and if it did, it was when I was gone. You know, like I had already like walked away and given up, but left it there, and then I'm
Right.
pretty sure they probably just got hit right in the face with something. It probably wasn't funny. It was probably like painful, which makes it a little bit funny, but still maybe a little fucked up. It was probably it's probably to one of my sisters or my sister or one of my brothers. So sorry, guys.
You
Everything
guys deserved it.
about the
though.
Easter eggs, you know, we used to fill with confetti. And you used to be like, ah, and just like hit
Smash
the
that shit on
out
people's
of the
head.
fucking head.
Wait, what?
The fucking confetti
Confetti
eggs.
eggs.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
You've never
Confetti
seen a
eggs.
confetti egg?
It's,
I mean, could y'all describe it instead of just
Can-
Find
looking
out
at me
next
like-
episode. We are gonna hit Cole
Confetti.
with like
The
so
face.
many fucking confetti eggs.
confetti eggs.
It's literally like a almost like a. Is it cardboard? No, what is it? It's,
confetti eggs.
say it again.
You know what? You can say it as many times as you want. It doesn't. It's not gonna make me understand.
Cole, they're confetti eggs.
it's like
I
a
give up.
cardboard shaped egg
Confetti eggs.
with filled with confetti that has like one end of it that's open, but with like a little piece of paper. So all you gotta do is just smash it on somebody's shit, or throw it at them and have it break, and that all that confetti will go like everywhere.
I've never seen this. I've
You've
never even heard of
never
this.
seen
Nope, never even heard of
confetti
it.
eggs. That is
Confetti
so
eggs.
crazy to me,
No,
dude.
we
like,
put Jolly Ranchers on my uncle's windshields. Like that's what we did.
what the fuck is that?
Like that was a prank, you know.
That was
Confetti eggs. Sorry. No, like, but no, that's fucked up. You're breaking people's windows. That's fucked up. We're
no,
just
it wasn't people's windows. It was my uncle's
my
windows.
grandfather.
And I'm pretty sure
He's not a person.
And I'm pretty sure I don't know how that went. I think he might, or it was toothpaste. Maybe we did the toothpaste one. I don't.
no,
on
but
his-
you just
his
take the egg.
paint.
And
Have you done the fucking
never smashed an egg over anyone's head.
Dude, no. Like a normal egg too?
No,
No,
it's
no,
fucked up.
that's
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like,
I don't know if I
looking
don't
at me
know,
like I'm crazy. I'm like, yeah, you
I don't
sound
know-
like a psychopath.
I don't know if I've ever said this on this podcast, but there was someone that was leaving Perry's when I worked there. They were like a food runner, and they were like doing a goodbye for him. I told you this story, but like as the goodbye, like they came out like woo, they did like a whole like a celebration, and someone threw like a flower on him. Woo, and then like then someone came up and like smashed an egg on his head.
That's fucked up.
Not a confetti egg. It was like an actual egg. I was like, holy shit, where did that come from? Like, I'm in the back. I thought we were doing like a fun, lighthearted.
It's a fucking
They
cook
got-
that he tried to bake that motherfucker.
And they're like, everyone's just around him laughing and just like, it seemed fun and lighthearted, but it got darker. Like, it got dark real fast. Except putting the flour, it's like the flour, and you're like, oh shit. Woo. And it's the egg, and then someone got dishwater, and then they're like the soapy dishwater.
Let's
Terrible.
go.
What
And
did
then
they
just-
do to you?
I don't know. I left.
I
Not-
just never showed back up.
I didn't tell people I was leaving.
Yeah, but like people people fucked with him. He was kind of annoying, but he was like that annoying little kid that works there. And
There's no
everyone's like,
excuse. You guys are bullies.
Yeah,
I didn't do-
that's just it.
I
It
didn't do
starts-
anything. I was
stops
watching.
there.
I was like, oh, and I was like, oh,
That's almost
fuck.
worse. You didn't do
Yeah, you didn't
anything.
do
You could have helped
anything.
him. You
You
could have
didn't do
By
reported.
doing what? Reporting what? He was leaving.
Hey man,
What were they? The managers were there.
you deserve it. You deserve an egg and some flour and some dishwater.
It felt like one of those moments, like if I was him, like like the ears start ringing, the room starts slowing down. I was like, hey, what happened?
Slow motion.
It's a nightmare. You
Yeah,
just
like
like,
Mean
holy
Girls type of shit.
Like at first you're like, and you're like, oh. Yeah, it got fucked up real bad. Yeah, but it would have been funny if it was a confetti egg.
Did you like working at Perry's?
No.
Such a
I
quick
don't know.
answer. I already knew the
Fuck
answer. I
no.
was kind of just like wanting to know why.
I did.
The money was nice.
Money was nice.
I bet, yeah.
I mean, the people there for a little bit were kind of cool until you realize they're not.
Yes.
Toxic atmosphere.
It became.
I mean,
that.
and that's saying a lot for a restaurant.
It wasn't toxic and like drama. Just like the people sucked. It's like when you talk, like me, it's very like if I feel like I'm talking to a sucky person, it's like and everyone's kind of like that. Not very fun.
That's fair.
What is a sucky person though?
Just like a bunch of
Like shallow?
yeah,
Oh,
shallow.
yeah, no, that's one of the worst things.
Shallow, not really much depth. Yeah, much depth going on there.
That's tough because then when you have to have conversations with people like that, and the like
wasn't
in your head,
everybody.
it's like really hard to continue having a conversation with them because you've already made up in your head. And you're like, there's not a lot of value to this, and I don't know why I have to keep having this conversation.
Right. I mean,
I'd
you
rather
kind
be
of
doing anything else.
you step out of the conversation a little bit, and then you start feeling bad for stepping out of the conversation. You're like, damn, I'm kind of an asshole
Or
now.
insecure because you're like, like I might be saying something real, but that doesn't mean they're taking it that way because they probably don't give two craps about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So then
No,
it's
that was
like,
cool.
I'd rather just not say, like, have the conversation.
It was cool for a minute though. There was some cool people like that. I had some good conversations, and I met some people that like I run into that is like, yo, how are you? And hope you're good and shit. But
I had
overall, it was not an environment I would want.
I had a friend that was a
Over here,
manager
too.
there. I don't know if he was a manager there while you were there, though. He has
Probably not.
unfortunately passed away. God bless. His name was Coleman Pierce.
Where have I heard that name?
Oh, he's got other siblings. Might have been in other jobs, but
I feel like I heard about that, but no, he wasn't a
I
manager.
don't know if he was like supervisor or manager, but it was like one of those. Really cool guy though. So he was very cool. And then there's this guy. I think his name's Dylan. Real tall, good-looking dude with a short beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was decent. He comes into he comes into Maggiano's occasionally.
I was looking at him. I was just like, yeah. All right, he's all right.
Okay, heard.
I mean, I don't have anything against him. There was some instances. I'm trying to figure out. Coleman Pierce sounds really familiar.
He was a cool guy. I grew up with him on the same street as him. I think maybe since elementary, probably on.
Coleman?
And then, yeah, Coleman Pierce. Yeah, cool dude. And I remember going in there one time for a drink. Didn't like the drink that much. But he was there and he was managing. I was like, whoa. I was like, this is a weird coincidence. Didn't even know you worked in restaurants like at
Real
all.
shit. Like I didn't even know you were in this industry.
No,
much
not
less
at all. I
this
don't even know if he
restaurant.
was. I think he might have managed something else.
Much less
And
at
then-
this restaurant right next door type shit. Cause
Yeah.
were you already working at Maj's
Yeah,
at the time?
yeah,
oh,
I was,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It was like right next door.
Yep, it was weird.
That's crazy.
I don't know. That name's sticking with me. I don't know. I feel like I know that name, but I don't think I worked. Yeah. No, it was not man. I almost went back to Harry's.
Recently?
No, honestly, when I first started at Whiskey Cake, I'm glad I didn't go. Like, honestly, everything happened for a reason. At the time, I was like, "Fuck," because when you first start at Whiskey Cake, you're not making dicks.
Yeah,
I
I
was-
hated it. Yeah, it was
I wasn't
terrible.
making any money. Like, I was like struggling. I was money. So the AGM became the GM, and when I left the AGM at the time, actually they both loved me. The AGM's like, dude, come back whenever. We love like having you work here. Like, you're more than welcome back. Because I was always chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did my job.
A
I'd fuck
problem
a-
causer.
I'd fuck
Very nice.
around sometimes and like just bullshit, but like it wasn't like, yeah, exactly.
Not
you know?
affecting the business.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, stop bullshit and get, you know what I mean? But like it wasn't in a mean way. So he's like, yeah, dude, you're welcome back anytime. And then I was gonna I called him and like, yeah, you're welcome back. And there was some new manager there that worked there, Jacob, I guess. But I come to realize, so there's a guy that worked there who Josh beat up.
This Josh?
This one right here.
Hey, all
Yeah.
right.
There's a guy that I worked
Moving
with that
forward.
Josh had beat up, and also my other roommate had beat up, and I was also there to bear witness to
Nice.
happening. I didn't participate.
Nice.
It said to
It
bear
wasn't.
witness.
Yeah.
It was not nice.
I didn't participate, but that was a wild night. We can go into that, but
We shouldn't.
and I also,
Says Josh.
No, we
no,
should.
I want to go now.
but and then also there had happened some stuff with his girlfriend at the time, not
That-
between them. But that he
Wait, for what?
Luigi's girlfriend.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking
Oh.
about my girlfriend. I was
And
like,
then-
yeah. No,
sorry
she
to
wasn't my
put his
girlfriend
name
at
out
the
there, but
time.
yeah. So,
Anyways, have
anyways,
to do with Mario,
yeah,
It
we
did, bro.
dude, Princess Peach.
that fucking dinosaur Bowser, that
No,
fucker.
But
Bowser had
any-
nothing to do with this. Mario was just trying to look out for his brother, and
His boy.
Old dude became manager.
his brother was not a.
That's
yeah.
unfortunate.
He became a manager.
Yeah, it's
and then they got to
unfortunate.
call back like, unfortunately, there's a manager here who feels uncomfortable with you coming back. So we can't
Yeah,
allow
he's
you to
probably
come back.
scared.
I don't know. I think no, he had
Go
that
into
dude
the
had
parking lot. Josh
It
is just
wasn't-
there.
that dude had been no.
It
That
wasn't. It wasn't scared. I think it was more so just like position of power. And now, if you wanted to come back, but me and you aren't on good graces, so I can keep you from getting this job type shit. That's what it felt like for me. I was outside looking in.
But it worked
Yeah.
out because then they moved me up at Whiskey Cake right after that because I was gonna
Yeah.
leave. And when I was gonna leave Whiskey Cake, they're like, "We like having you work here. We would like for you to still work here if you can. If you want to do weekends, you can work here. It doesn't like whatever." And then I was like, "I don't know." And then whenever that happened, I was like, "Look, I'm gonna end up staying because it happened over there." Like, "Oh, dude, we can move you up if that's gonna help you."
yeah.
I was like, "Hey, yeah,
Well,
Why
that
not?
was easy.
hell yeah!" And then
All right.
yeah, and then yeah.
I mean, where did you make more money?
Once I moved up with Whiskey Cake, I was making the same, and at times more.
Okay.
Honestly,
Because I would
there was weeks
imagine
where I
it like when you're dining at a place like Perry, or when you're working at a place like Perry's, I would imagine you have way less tables. Like the table
Yes.
Way less.
volume is lower,
yes.
but
3 to 4 max.
Really? Did you work there too?
No, I just.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
So
on a
in
night,
in a night, you have like 3 to 4
It used
tables.
to.
Tuesday, Wednesday night, you're getting 3 to 4.
And then you make about 150 off that, or 200.
150 probably.
150 probably off.
Like
those?
120 to 150 off for 3 to 4 tags.
Yeah, that sounds pretty. I mean, that's not bad though, because that's not like a lot of
Good
hard
odds.
labor, like
Oh, it's
for
easy.
the amount of money you're getting.
Yeah, it's boring as shit though.
Yeah, I bet.
And you have to
Super
uphold
quiet in
a
there.
certain like professionalism while being bored, which is hard to do.
Dude, we would be playing Hangman, and then like the manager's like, you can't fucking do that.
You're like, but we can.
But like we
Like,
have
actually,
to.
my tables are fine. Yeah, what about your side work? It's done.
Honestly, looking back on it though, there was a lot of cool people who did work there. Like especially the OGs, the one who has been there. All those motherfuckers were actually super chill, really cool people.
I
The ones
forgot,
that
I
had,
forgot
like,
his name, but the white tall dude with the tattoos is the blonde dude. I don't think he had glasses.
Talking about Matt. No, not Matt. Mike.
Mike.
Mike was cool.
That dude was cool.
Yeah, they were like all the older like OGs. Cool as fuck.
That's pretty sweet.
There was a couple of people I started with too. Pretty
There's
chill.
a lot of turnover in restaurants. You kind of see a lot of people. We've had a lot of new people because of the holiday season at my job, and
Yeah.
I'm not even learning their names.
There.
That sounds
you
like
know,
something you would do.
Like, I'm not even trying.
No, honestly, honestly though the two new people that just started are pretty chill, and I've been a little bit more friendly, but that's also because I feel myself on the way out, so it's like, yeah, dude, you know, but like I'm not here, I have no attachment, like yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm still nice about
You're
it.
still
though.
working at Whiskey Cake, right?
Yeah, on my way out.
Yeah, I was about to say, how's that going?
About to get a new job.
Have you done the interview yet?
Yeah.
Where is
yesterday.
that?
I got a
Are you
second
going
one.
to Postino's?
Second
Yeah.
one.
You son of a bitch.
Why?
I think so is Winton, isn't he?
Is Winton doing that?
I think he might have mentioned something to me about it.
Oh fuck it, dude! If Winton gets in that picture with me, Winton and Tommy,
Does that mean I
fucking-
have to go to Postino's? The Man Bun Crew.
That would be
It's
kind of
nothing
crazy.
but buns.
Nothing but buns
Those
and beards,
Golden
dude.
buns.
Buns and beards.
Yeah, we turned the air conditioner off to save.
You want me to turn it on?
No,
Oh.
I'm gonna sweat through it. We turned it off to save electricity.
I was like, I feel good.
sweating
I'm
dicks.
not even hot. I have a
Yeah, you're a psychopath, dude. This dude will sleep in 75 degrees.
Oh hell no, dude! I gotta be 69
Yeah.
degrees with 2 fans at least on in my room.
See, he gets it. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I'm
So-
talking convection freezing here. Like my room is the convection oven, but it's not a heater. It's a cooler. That's how I do it.
dude. It'll be 75 and he'll sleep great. I'm like, you fucking
No,
psychopath.
Yeah. That's some serial killer.
God.
So you didn't name your favorite dad rock band?
Yeah,
Let's
bro,
circle
you
it
didn't
around.
do
Let's
that.
get back on the shit that matters.
I'm not a psychopath.
Now you fucking-
Josh is like, wait till you see the bodies.
Bro, I swear it was like 78 in here, and he was just fast asleep.
79, yeah.
I mean, I probably could. I mean, talk to people I know. I can fall asleep
So
pretty
that's the
much
thing.
anywhere. But
It's like I can't like go to sleep at that, but like when I'm going to sleep and turning the AC off, it's like 71 or 72. I can go to sleep at 71 or 72, and then I won't be woken up by it being 75 or 76,
Dude, I know
or
the
even
temperature.
78.
Like if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, it's got to be like, or it's on. I'm like, it's got to be 70.
I might be
72
alone in
here.
that, but like some of the
I
times
know.
whenever I wake up like sweating type shit, I feel like some of those times are like the best sleep that I get though. Like some of the best rest is whenever I'm in that hot environment, and I don't know why, but that's just how it is for me.
Oh.
I might be alone in that, but maybe not.
is it easy for you to fall asleep in general?
Yes, in any environment, pretty much.
If I'm, it's usually pretty easy for me to fall asleep unless I'm in my own bed.
That's
Is that not
very
weird?
That's very not weird actually, because I can't really sleep that well in my own bed. I can sleep well anywhere else.
It's like my brain
need a new
wants to
mattress, I
watch
think.
movies because that's what I did growing up. You know, like I mean, all the way up until 18, 21. You know, I could watch movies till 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 8 o'clock, and be fine.
I think
Yeah.
I'm about to buy an actual alarm clock so that I can just
like a real one.
that I can just leave my phone out here in the living room charging type shit and don't
That's a
have
good
that
idea.
distraction.
I've always wanted to do
'Cause
the no
realistically,
phone an hour before
na-
bed.
realistically, I've been telling myself like, well, I don't want my phone to be a distraction for me whenever I'm going to sleep, but like I have to have an alarm and I have to wake up.
Yeah.
And that will lead to me just doing scrolling in bed whenever, like before bed, or scrolling in bed, but whenever I wake up type shit. It's just wasting time.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do, but I say I've wanted to do it, but I haven't done it, and it's not like it's hard. But do the no phone an hour before you know attempt to go to sleep, and
Like
then
the
no
no
phone
blue
an
light.
hour within waking up.
It's
You
like
know?
the no blue lights, like no TV, no phone, no computer type shit. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
just
sure.
anything. Like I mean, like you know, like I mean, it's hard for me to get rid of watching TV in bed because like
Yeah.
it kind of honestly helps me go to sleep.
Mhm.
But yeah, just not having anything to look at. You know, just like anything anything to think about, any like social media stuff or anything like that. Because a lot of that stuff, I'll start thinking about it even if I'm not actually like forwardly thinking about it. I just kind of like, you know, like I'll see something on, you know, on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, or YouTube or anything that I have, you know, some of the
Yes,
news
name
things
'em
that I
all.
have. And yeah, right. Literally any of them. Like, just say any of them. But I'll low key be thinking about it in the back of my head, even though I'm not like forwardly actively thinking about it. It's right there. It's like, yeah, but no, seriously. This freaking war in the Middle East, bro. This crazy shit going on in Israel. Like, even though I'm not actually thinking about it, you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
it's right there. Like, that is kind of crazy. And I'm just laying down trying to sleep. Just like shit's hitting the fan.
Shit, after you left for work this morning, Shelby woke up and we were just hanging out, like drank some coffee and we were talking. And I was like, we were talking about the thing I was telling you the other day, how sometimes whenever I get really high, I think about how crazy it is that like life is just happening. Like while we're just doing this right now, while we're just sitting here having a conversation, doing a podcast, like there is literally a war being fought right now. Like
Multiple.
people are being shot at in multiple different
yeah.
parts of the world type shit. Like that thought process is so hard to accept because it's just like, how do you have the perspective of what's really happening around you whenever you are focused on like the cycle that you're living on a daily basis, like what you're trying to build towards, the work that you have to do, the bills that you have to pay, the relationships that you uphold. These are like a cycle that you built for yourself, but that there's so many like realms of life happening like simultaneous to that cycle that you're like living in type shit. You know what I mean?
You know what really scared me? The whole cats in China thing during COVID.
What cats in China thing?
Like when they were like putting down people's cats because they were spreading, or at least they were saying. You know what I
I
mean?
didn't see that. Hold on. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but I don't think so because I remember watching a lot of videos of them. Cause like cats, I don't know. It was something about cats being like a major spreader of things because they move around a lot and they carry.
I think they end up proving that animals don't.
Yeah, Did you look it up?
Yeah, but it just says that three.
I hope it didn't actually happen. I remember seeing some videos, but maybe they were faked or somehow like. But I remember seeing the videos and I was like, it was madly depressing.
Well, damn. I was gonna say it says 3 pet cats that tested positive for coronavirus were put down in the northeastern Chinese city of Harbin. State-backed media reported, leading to a social media backlash at what some viewed as overkill and local efforts to contain the virus. I was like, that doesn't sound bad.
Okay,
That's
so
3
it wasn't
cats.
like a mass thing. It was just
Hold on. I said that
Oh,
doesn't
no.
sound bad. That's 3 cats, and then I scrolled down to the next article. It says, "Watch bags full of cats and dogs seen in China." I was like, "Oh no, sir!
Well, I
that,
remember
that sounds bad."
somebody
This is-
put a video up of like one of the nights that they did it, and you could just hear a bunch of people yelling and like in their
Look,
city.
it says health workers in China are killing pets while their owners. I don't know what that part says. China is killing the pets of COVID. What if all this is misinformation? and
Yeah, that's
this-
what I'm saying. Though. I mean, it is Google, and it looks like some of that's what is that? Facebook and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Fortune.com.
I would hope it didn't actually happen,
QZ.com.
but
I don't know what this shit is.
I would hope it didn't actually happen, but whether the video I saw was real or not, it like really freaked me out. So it's just like, oh my god, imagine, you know, even if it didn't actually happen, imagine if it did happen. Oh, that kind of fucked me up for like 2 days probably.
Yeah,
I was just
mean,
like, oh my god.
because you have a heart and a soul. Because how the fuck
Debatable.
would you see? Oh, that's fair. Maybe
I'm just
just a,
kidding.
maybe just a heart.
On kind of the same note, you know, what I think about a lot is more so like along the lines of like all the people who created great like piece of art or anything, right? Like it's weird because nowadays there's like a lot more pressure behind it. I feel like, you know, then people were just like creating things.
What do you
of how
What do
they
you
feel.
mean? Explain.
Like nowadays a lot more people are creating things because they're like I could like it's more so
you have
like
more
your hot.
freedom and of
No, it's
time.
what now?
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, relatively maybe.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is one of the things would be you do have more free time for creative things.
Yeah, I was saying that nowadays a lot more people tend to like try to make their hobbies or their craft monetized.
Right.
Like, let me
I
make
respect that though.
nothing wrong with it. It takes away, I think, from the art form. My point being is like a lot of the great like artistic things that we think of, you know, like especially like paintings and right? Or like really just like anything.
Like Renaissance
I think
specifically.
what you're talking about is like the intention behind what's being created
Or yeah, I was
has
just
an
yeah.
effect on the creation itself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because I was thinking about it too. Like I was going to school for audio engineering, right? And then I was just thinking about it. I was like, dude, I'd have so many personal projects going on. Like I want a mindless job, right? Where I'm just going in. I'm not worrying about art at all. I'm just going in and like being able to make money to fund projects that I want to do. So that way, the projects I want to do are free from like any type of expectation. Like I want the art to be like its true self. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be as pure as possible.
Yeah.
Where I'm not like, which don't get me wrong, I get caught up in this too. You can ask Josh all the time, kind of in the process where I'm like, how can we improve on it? Which I still want to, the craft, right? But it's also like, how can I get this out in the purest form?
Right.
To where it's, you know, I'm giving my pure self and I'm giving myself in this form or creating something that I think is something beautiful beyond even just like for me when I think of like art, it's something that's like someone else is able to perceive and feel a certain type of
Right.
you know, based off of it.
Yeah, sure.
And like when you think of great art, it perceives almost like time and space, and it's you know like lasts forever in a way.
Yeah.
And like you're able to perceive like it reaches an audience so big, and you know people could be like that's not even that good. It doesn't matter, right? But what is it? You're talking about it,
Right.
or you're feeling something off of it. You know what I mean? And I think like great art a lot of the time came from like a place where it's like they're doing it because that's what they enjoy doing, and they just do it rather than like a place where it's like, oh man, how can I get this many paintings out? It's like to a point where it starts as that, right? And then you get to a point where you're like, I gotta make 4 paintings this week, right?
Oh yeah.
And then it gets to a point where you lose commission work and stuff. But it's like also you see a lot of people get burnt out, like a lot of
But
not even
some people thrive on that. They actually love it. Like it's almost like a driving force for them. There's
Yeah.
there's those people out there, you know. But
There
I
is.
see your point because I don't know if it's just St. Peter's Basilica or if it's also like just a lot of the Vatican in general, but those roof paintings, those like really famous roof paintings of like
the
the
Sistine
devil
Chapel.
and God like touching fingers,
I think that's the Sistine
Is
Chapel.
that the 16th chapel? I was
Yeah.
seeing that, but all of those, it's like a lot of them were not. A lot of them were not getting paid to paint that stuff. They were doing it because they were so dedicated to their spirituality. They were,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They were fully dedicated, and they spent, in some cases, I think, I think it's St. Peter's Basilica, or it's not the 16th chapel, but St. Peter's Basilica or another room in the Vatican that it's like one big giant mural of a lot of different things going on that's on the roof. And I mean, it was multiple people that painted it over a really long time. Like, and I mean, I might be mistaken, but it was like, some decades, like whether it be 30 years, 40 years, whichever one it was, 25 years, it was decades. And they were, whoever the artist was, like, I think it was, one of them was Da Vinci. Like, he was being fed there, and he could live there, and they were taking care of him. But he didn't walk out of there with a fortune for doing the 20 years of, 20, 30 odd years of work or whatever it was. Yeah, is that the one I'm thinking of? But I mean, it's difficult. You're doing it all the way up there. Like, in this stuff, it's done with paint that takes a long time to dry. Like a long time to dry. Like oil, like you have to paint a layer, maybe wait till the next day before you can do another layer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Takes a lot of time,
it took a lot
years.
of time and a lot of effort and a lot of dedication and a lot of discipline, and a lot of them didn't really get much out of it. They were
But at
doing
that
it
point-
out of purely their dedication to what they believed in.
Yeah,
and
and you gotta-
appreciation for
You
it.
think like
know?
Michelangelo and Da Vinci though also were like great with science.
And occultism too. Yeah.
Were they? Yeah. So like
Maybe
they
not.
were.
I know Da Vinci a little bit. Other one I'm not.
Michelangelo?
Yeah, Michelangelo. I'm not. I don't know.
And then there's it's like one of those things where you're like, I mean, they were just getting housed and fed and shit. It's like like at a basic level, like what do we need money for?
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
To house and feed, and he probably got a little bit of money to be able to do what he wants and go like see things.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure. I mean, that's the other thing is they probably had stores of alcohol where he was living, and like the church had their wines and stuff like that. It's not like they really like they weren't drinking or something, but they were probably all the things that they probably like wanted in immediate vicinity they probably had provided for them.
And the thing
to a
is,
degree, at least I would think.
The way I started looking at things now too is that we, as people, kind of like romanticize like traveling everywhere, seeing all these things. Which I mean, of course, you want to see the world, right? I mean, as tells all this time, people have wanted to see the world. But like also when you hear stories that are romanticized, you're like, oh, that's the grocery store that they went to growing up. Like any famous person,
Yeah.
right? But to them, it's just like that's a regular occurring thing that they would just do.
Right.
Yeah,
Recurring
definitely.
Thing. You just like go to the store, or like that's the bookstore that they found.
That's the bench that he wrote that poem on. It's like he's just writing a poem in his regular Tuesday, like
On a bench.
On a
There
bench.
was
Right, and
Yeah.
to him, it's not like he might have been or him, her, whatever, might have been imagining of venturing the world, and they were just on that bench. But in that moment, they created a moment that's timeless.
Right, without even knowing it.
Yeah, but that now it's something that people talk about. Like, hey, I'm sitting on, like that's where they wrote that poem on that bench. But it was just like another moment. Like we don't realize we don't think of life as like that as much. Like you go to the store or whatever. It's like kind of like when I think of Nardwar, where they're like. He's like, or even John Evans at times. They're like, yeah, what do you think about this place? They're like, oh, my favorite pizza place I used to go to, and people eat that shit. They're like, oh, it's awesome, but they're like,
might
That's
just be
just
some
a-
pizza.
well,
They're
I mean,
special to that person.
them,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like that's an important piece to their.
But you might have
life.
even made it special to the person that you told it to, and then they went to go try it, and you might have even had an effect on them when they tried the pizza. You know what I mean? Like so, which yeah.
So in turn, I think it's just like life is one of those. I don't know. I kind of think about it a lot. Is like the things we do have become. I'm not saying they weren't always that. I think we do have more freedom now. So back in the day, some people didn't even have the opportunity to be able to even
Yeah, because you gotta think like
do art.
like on a micro
Or even
scale,
try to do
those paints. Somebody had to hand make those paints. Not only did it take a long time for them to literally hand make the paint with the material they had, you got to go find the material to make the paint. That takes time, and then you have to
And money.
mold the material into something you can use to make the paint. Like I mean, it's processes that take so long for people to just paint this thing that some people look at it, like I mean, somebody from Native America might have well no, they'd probably still think it was astounding, but if you took like a Native American and just like randomly just dropped them in St. Peter's Basilica, they might just be like, what the fuck? Like someone that understands what that person was doing though is going to be like, wow, this took so much, like dedication, the sheer dedication.
Insane. See, there's a moment I think about a lot. I mean, I have these two paintings that I bought. R.I.P. the artist. They died, but I had bought them offline, and I always loved his art. It's just shapes. It's geometric shapes, but like in a weird like the way that he would do them. I thought was awesome. I loved it. A lot of people loved his art. I showed someone. I was like, oh, this painting I got,
They
and
were
they're
like,
like, not even just that. They're like, I don't get it. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, just look at it. It's art. Like, they're like, I don't get what I'm looking at. I'm like,
Do you need to?
it's colors. The shapes are sick. The shapes are
call.
sick and the colors are sick. Like I don't know. Like
that's
it
all
looks.
I need to know.
It's fucking dope. Like what do you mean? Like have you ever looked at art before? Like what are we talking about?
Right. I mean, I don't know.
I get
Some
why-
people just straight up aren't into it. Like, I mean, Keegan and his sister. I'm a big movie person, and so is my buddy Miles. We can sit down and we can watch movies for literally maybe 3 days straight and be pretty much okay with that. Both of us try to be active, and we like active stuff, but like we could do that, and we'd call that a good weekend. And but Keegan and his sister, bro, they can't sit down and run through a movie like and enjoy it. Like, I mean, it's pretty difficult. I mean, going to the theater different, but sitting down at home and just watching movies could not do it. Or at least they definitely don't enjoy it like we do. That's for sure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they don't have, but some people they'd have their different mediums.
That's very true. I mean, personally, that I can attest to that because I mean, I'm much more comfortable listening to like podcasts rather than listening to music whenever I'm going like for a drive. But that's, in my opinion, probably more. I'm in the minority on that for most cases. Like if most people are like planning a road trip, they're like, oh, okay, what's the playlist that I'm gonna be like listening to type shit. I'm just like, all right, bet. I know that this is a 5-hour road trip. If I can either do 5 episodes of 1-hour podcasts or 2 Rogan episodes or 3 fucking hour-and-a-half episodes, like I could like split it up however I want to do it. But I'm pretty much planning out like pods that I want to listen to whenever I have like an extended amount of time that I'm gonna be on the road type shit.
That's fair. I like to mix. I usually do like I'll do music for a little bit, and then I'm like, hey, if I'm doing a long road trip, I'm like I'm about to go listen to music. I don't want to listen. But then I'll probably do an audiobook podcast or switch it up, do some of the audiobook.
I can only do music for like one album because like basically what it is for me is like if I know the song too well, then I'll start falling asleep because I'm kind of like I've heard it enough times. Da 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 da. If I don't know the song at all, and I'm not able to like kind of like catch interest in it, then I'm definitely gonna start falling asleep. So I have to be in this perfect like zone to be able to like I don't really know this song that much, but I like it, and I just found it recently, and I'm starting to fuck
But
with it.
people talking doesn't.
At all, no. And
Oh.
it feels like I'm in the room, and it feels like there's a passenger talking to me type shit. Like, or not necessarily to me, but like there's somebody in the car there, like having that conversation that necessarily kind of keeps me awake.
That's
if
interesting.
that makes sense.
For me, it depends on the person's voice.
That is very
Like,
true.
there's some people I literally listen to Alan Watts so I can go to sleep. There's another guy, the Esoterica. YouTube channel, he'll put me to sleep.
This isn't a political thing at all, but I can't listen to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. or whatever his name is. Like
RFK?
RFK, yeah.
Oh, because of his voice?
Bro,
that
it's
scratchy
hard.
voice?
It's so hard to listen to that.
Yeah, that is like one thing that, I mean, now that it's on that level, like that's one thing that I'm like, that's got to be a minus for him. Because there's going to be a lot of people that, no matter what his philosophies are or whatever, they're going to hear his voice and be like, nah, not that guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and that kind of sucks.
It
You know,
does.
that's gotta suck.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, how many people are gonna listen to his voice on the first speech and be like, we gotta listen to how many of these speeches?
Yeah, he's gonna be president for how long? Like, we
Wait,
gotta hear that
nah.
every day, you know?
Let's
Which sucks because I actually, I mean, I like that guy.
I'm not saying
like him.
anything for or against, but that's what I'm saying is it's like it's so hard to listen to because there are some very like intellectual things that I've heard him say that I put myself through.
I feel like
basically.
Tulsi Gabbard could probably talk me to sleep.
Yeah.
She has like a soft voice, like it's like a very calm voice, and I'm like, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. I could fall asleep to that.
I would
I
say
don't know what you're
I would
saying
say
half the
yeah.
time, but-
I don't know. That's how I feel. It's like whenever I am going to sleep, I don't think about like what's it called, like a song or an album or something I could play to like put me to sleep. I don't even really do podcasts anymore for sleep. Now it's kind of like the Alan Watts chill step shit. Like that shit is nice.
Yeah, I like it without the music.
That too. The lectures are nice
Yeah,
too.
I like just the
but-
lectures. I used to like
but-
the music. Now I think it would probably have the opposite effect with the music on there for me.
That's fair. For me, it's like I don't listen to music that often as much as I probably should, but so that music addition kind of like works well for me.
That makes sense. I like some history stuff because it's just boring as fuck. It just puts you right down, dude.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to wonder why my mom would watch like the local news, and before bed.
She was
and
fucking falling asleep every damn time.
I realized because that shit is
Boring as
boring
shit.
as
Yeah.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
The local news.
Absolutely depressing. Makes you want to turn away from the TV.
Yeah.
Fucking close your
I don't
eyes.
even wanna
Put a
think about
blanket
this
over your
anymore.
shit.
Fuck this. I'm tired of this. But kind of going back to it though, it made me think too. It's just like in general, like if we approach life like, just in general,
Like,
to,
what do you mean?
to like not like because like on a day to day, we're like, oh, what are we gonna do with our lives? You know what I mean? Or like, what can I do to make something of myself, or what can I do to make money? You know what I mean? Like, what if we all just like lived in like that pure form where it's like I just want to live to experience, to create something
That would kind of be some of the Zeitgeist thing, wouldn't it?
The fear of that is that
Somewhat,
the
but not
if
quite.
everyone was doing what they wanted to do, then who would be doing the things that nobody wants to do that as a society we know are necessary?
robots.
But
No.
we could get there.
No.
Maybe we could get
That's
there. But I
so-
mean, that's the argument. It's like, I mean, if everyone's doing what they want to do, then who's gonna shovel shit whenever shit needs shoveling?
Thing is though, that's also it's a point. It's fucked up, but there's also a point where it's like everyone has the potential to do what they want to do. I'm saying there should be like a system that allows us a little bit of a better spread for that. But there's still going to be people who have no idea what they want to do, and some people who will never try. Some people have no motivation. Some are dumb.
But something we talked about before, sometimes
More or
that
less.
struggle makes people have aspirations. Like the struggle is what gives people that. You know, sometimes I mean, if you give people the things they need, and you're like, all right, this is everything you need. You don't have to do anything for it. Now do whatever you want, and we will keep providing you with exactly what you need. It's like, there's gonna be some people out there that still have the aspirations, but there's gonna be a good amount of people out there that are just like, nope, I'm good and play Xbox because I'm Gucci.
You know what's crazy though? People do that anyways.
Yeah, because I mean, I think there's a lot to that, and I think it depends really on like each individual person, because they might have those aspirations that they never just reach the surface, you know, like in their head.
I think we've just reached a point where like you can make too much money on the internet. Like it makes doing the
Check
hard
me out,
jobs.
guys.
It makes doing the hard jobs that much harder whenever you're watching someone spend your year's salary on fucking a watch that they earned on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Or on fucking Kick or Twitch or whatever streaming website that they use. It's like there is a viability for instant cash.
instant access to success.
Without trade, without skills, without anything, you can be the person that is making more than the person that we need to
Yeah,
run
who's
our
that
society
YouTube
type
guy
shit.
that gives away the cars? What's it?
Mr. Beast?
No.
No,
He's
he's
young.
David
Dobrik.
Dobrik.
Yeah, David Dobrik. Think
like,
about that. I mean, think about
Today Junior.
Like, think about that guy.
Oh fuck that guy.
That's ridiculous.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, I don't understand. I used to know people that like liked watching his channel, and it's like, oh, I want to do this. Like, I want to start. I'm like, really? I'm like, that's what you want to do? Like, out of all this other crap, you saw that, and you're like, I want to be that guy.
I think the
Least
I
worst,
wanna be
amount
the
of
guy that
effort,
does-
maximum output. Like,
the worst kind of
Cringy
like,
shit.
The worst
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
Stupid
Yeah.
kid shit.
the
Yeah.
worst kind of content for me is the fucking family YouTube channels. The like
what? I haven't heard
the
about
family
this.
YouTube channels, like where people exploit their children and have like just like Gucci like planes and do all kinds of weird like family. Like there's a few different quote unquote celebrities at this point, like the Austin dude that got his ass beat in those celebrity boxing matches. And his wife, but like there's a bunch of people that do this where it's like a husband and wife with one or two kids, usually it's two or
They
more.
film everything.
They do vlogs, like
Yeah.
family vlogs.
Do you think that started
shit-
with stuff like not obviously not the same topic but I think these were some of the first shows I
Mom
can
and K
think
plus
back
8 type
to.
shit.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That and like Teen Mom
Yep.
and stuff like that. Like, do you guys think that maybe started kind of
It
that?
was
whole
like
yeah,
a-
it's a new form. It's
Those
just a new
things,
art
those things
form of it.
paved the way for this at the
For
very
sure,
least.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
but
to think
The
or
Honey
like
Boo
to
Boo and
hope
shit.
that. I never watched that.
I don't
even
think there's
remember
anything-
what that was. I always hear about it, but I can't remember
I
what
don't
it
remember,
is.
but like dance mobs and shit, it's all the same.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think there's
God.
anything like wrong with recording and doing video log or vlogs of your family and putting that online, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But the moment it becomes like a marketing ad for fucking Gucci sweaters because you want your kid to be able to get their sub channel up so they can fucking play Fortnite to 500,000 people instead of 400,000 people. It's like, this is a weird thing that we're doing. Like, why the fuck did this become a marketing scheme for you? This,
Yeah, they don't even have to be
you're
good at
raising
it
a
anymore, right?
You're raising a child.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna get to a
Your
point,
poor kid.
especially with those Meta Ray Bans right now that they have.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? I left work the other day. I can't remember how many days ago it was, but I worked in the morning, and I left work the other day, and there's the Sunglass Hut, and I walked by it, and like the girl that was working there was just complaining. She was like, when I walked in, I was just going in to look at some sunglasses. I didn't even plan on buying anything. I just wanted to look at what they had. And I walked in there, and she's like on the phone, and she's like halfway yelling at this guy that was bitching about his Meta Ray-Bans, whatever, and they had them all at the front. And I was talking to her about it, and she starts trying to like push them on me, and I was like, nah. And she keeps trying to push on me. I didn't even plan on buying them in the first place. And I literally just looked at her, I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would never buy those. I was like, that is not my life plan at all. Like, not even close. It's very strange to me that's.
Yeah, but that's like gonna get to a point where we're like literally selling our experience. Like because you're
No,
literally
exactly,
able
'cause
to
you don't
live
have to
stream.
go anymore.
No,
You can experience someone else going, and you're like, it's like I was there.
And it's just you can live stream instantly and upload it straight from the classes or whatever.
Which is cool because, granted, the other side of that, all the people that can't afford to go, and maybe that's their only way to access being at that event. They have no opportunity to go to that.
See, that's the thing is that as long as it's being used as a tool, and it's like,
but every tool gets abused.
That's
you
the
can
problem.
use a hammer to bash someone's brain in. You know what I mean? Like
That's where the issue lies. Is as long as it's being used as a tool, there's nothing wrong with it because it can provide for accessibility to people that don't have accessibility to certain events or sight unseen. Like the Grand Canyon is something that I feel like people talk about all over the country, but like, how many people are willing to drive to the Grand Canyon?
I don't want to see it.
I don't care about
Yeah,
it,
I
but
can't
it's something that I keep hearing about. But
yeah,
but my point stands. Whatever the pyramids of Giza,
I would want to see that. That's on my bucket list. For
but
sure.
like, when's the next time you're planning a flight to Egypt? Like that. That's
Shit.
the harder part. That's the harder part of wanting to see the world is the going to see it.
What I've heard about the pyramids is that you can see a picture of it, but nothing like prepares you for the grand scale of the actual massive size of the pyramid and the fact that it was built by hand. I've just heard like that it's just like you just can't even comprehend it until you see it in person. And I've heard the same thing about the Grand Canyon.
You see shit like
But
this,
I have
and
no
you're
interest
like,
in the Grand Canyon.
what the fuck am I looking at, bro? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah, but that doesn't even because those people are so much closer to the camera than it looks.
Right.
Where if you back them up and put them next to the Great Pyramid, then they don't look like that. They look like little specks over there. You know what I mean?
And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how do you even comprehend what this shit is unless you're looking at it in person?
Oh,
even then, it's like, how the fuck do you comprehend what this shit
not
is?
to get too much into conspiracy stuff, but just because I saw a little picture of the Sphinx right there, but there's that little room below the Sphinx's left paw.
Yeah.
And it's a room that is really deep underground. And they won't let anyone excavate there. Like, the Egyptian government will not let... Granted, they're like... Especially because a lot of Europeans went over there and did archaeology in Egypt and took all those things and put them in English museums and American museums. And now Egypt doesn't have them, even though it's their culture. So it is fucked up, but also it's like, well, okay, I can't go to Egypt and I want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have access to that too. But yeah, no, it is fucked up. So they won't let people excavate under the Sphinx's paw in that room. But they've done like what do you call it? Land radar, or is that what it is? LiDAR, where it's like radar underground, right?
Yeah.
They've done the LiDAR, and there's a room or like a giant cavity under the paw, and it goes down and people have been trying to excavate it and see what's down there for the longest time, and the Egyptian government's just like, nah. But there was a video a video that somebody put up of them pumping water, like Egyptian workers pumping water out from underground of the Sphinx's paw. So that's kind of interesting.
Bro, look at that shit.
How crazy do you think shit would get?
Wait,
if
is that actually the thing?
I'm pretty sure that's like the chamber.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
like if you actually try to like you made it your life's duty to like find the secrets of the universe or like our world,
Mm-hmm.
you think you'd live to tell the tale?
No, like
Would
I
you
live to
would
tell
you
tales?
would you want to is the question.
Like what if you found out what's really going
Is
on?
ignorance really bliss?
Probably.
There's a big Kabbalah, like I guess law. It is one of the laws, but it's like essentially it's like milk for children and meat for strong grown-ups, which
Meat
basically
for-
is like don't give knowledge to people that not just that they're not ready for the knowledge, like anyone that seeks out the knowledge should have access to the opportunity to accumulate that knowledge. But it's like feed people small increments over time, because you could give somebody some really big knowledge, and if they don't really have an actual
Knowledge.
grasp of it, then they'll use it in the wrong way. So you want to give it to people that have the responsibility, you know?
Dude, honestly, the way you just said that was like if you give someone big knowledge. Dude,
Knowledge.
yeah, dude. I
Knowledge.
like my knowledge big opposed to my knowledge small, dude. I'm more of a huge knowledge kind of person. I'm actually right now I'm rock hard for knowledge.
Wow. Like right now?
Right, he did say right now.
Wow. Right now in the middle
He
of this
said it.
conversation. That makes me feel uncomfortable.
Knowledge really gets the blood flowing.
I'm glad you didn't have
a
that with the
sapio?
tutu on.
Wait, no, wait.
Said you a sapiosexual.
That's what I meant to say. I was gonna
He
say
said
homo.
no homo. I was like, oh, all right, well that's fine too, buddy.
I was gonna say homo sapien.
I'm just glad you didn't have that while you had the tutu and the training
Said,
bra on.
no,
'cause
homo. I was like,
that would
alright,
make me
yeah,
feel
I bet.
uncomfortable. For some reason, I feel very comfortable with this situation. It doesn't make me feel weird.
No, why would you feel uncomfortable if I said I was homo?
With the
No,
no,
if
no,
you're the
if you
other way
had the
around.
erection with the tutu on,
Yeah,
you said
but
you
why?
were hard for knowledge.
I'm seeing another guy's
I don't
dick.
think I need to explain myself.
What?
Yeah, we're both looking at you.
Yeah, what's wrong with seeing another dude's dick?
Nothing,
Nothing.
as long as you're.
It's voluntary.
I
Okay.
don't want to see.
I mean,
another
if you're
dude's-
staring, it's voluntary.
I don't voluntarily
No
want to
one
see
was
another
staring.
man's hard dick. I don't want to see.
You
any man's dick at
volunteered
any
to give
point.
us
But,
that
like-
knowledge. You gave
Then
us the
don't look.
knowledge of your
That's-
your knowledge
a-
boner.
That's some medium-sized knowledge for you.
It's proportionate knowledge.
Here's some miniature-sized knowledge. You could not discuss your rock hard knowledge.
Like that's some decent-sized knowledge for you. All right.
I don't know if I can handle all this knowledge.
Maybe you're. Yeah, maybe you're
I think
right.
we have different definitions of decent.
Maybe you're right. You got to give them small increments of knowledge, because if you give them too much, you know what I mean, they can't handle it.
Yep, they
apparently.
run away. That's it. Also, if
Apparently,
you
that's
can't
what it
give
is.
unconsented knowledge. You can't just willfully show people knowledge that they don't, they're not ready to see. Go to jail for that. Maybe not willfully, skillfully.
All in the knowledge. Gotcha. Honestly, though, I do have somewhere to be, so
Oh hell yeah!
unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
on the knowledge,
your knowledge is
Drop.
getting cut off.
on the
to be
drop of
continued.
knowledge,
It's a
I'm once
Dragon
again,
Ball
this
Z
would
episode.
probably potentially would have been another 3-hour episode.
We're going to
Otherwise.
continue this knowledge later.
Where are we at?
We
right
should talk more knowledge.
We're at
next
135.
episode.
Now? Oh, that's not bad.
No,
Well,
that's what I'm saying, dude. It
damn,
would have
time flies
easily.
when-
You having fun? Am I right?
Well, I feel like sometimes whenever the clock's like in front of me, like the laptop with that's recording, and I have like how long we've been going right in front of me, I feel like sometimes it's like, damn, it's not that I'm looking at it to see how much time has passed, but whenever I see it, I'm like, wait, for real? Like it's only
Oh,
been
definitely.
45,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
it's only been 58. Or like, wait, we're at an hour and a half, or wait, how the fuck are we past 3 hours? You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like there's a different aspect of like not having that clock in front of me. I'm like, oh wait, how long we've been in here?
It's been a hot
Go.
minute.
We've been going. We talked a lot of random shit for sure.
All
Fun
right.
though.
That's all
Fun
right.
one.
We,
Good one.
Love
Fun one.
again, we don't condone any domestic violence of any kind. We
At
did
all.
talk about wife beaters for a little while.
We were talking about the shirts. Okay?
We do love knowledge.
Love
We do.
knowledge, big knowledge, small knowledge, standard knowledge, proportionate knowledge. We love knowledge. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude. It's all
Micro knowledge.
oh, it's all fair game.
Macro knowledge. Hello.
Hello.
Know about macro knowledge. You're not game on the macro knowledge.
Shalong knowledge.
Don't lie. My knowledge is knowledge.
Your knowledge game isn't there.
My knowledge is proportionate.
You're not game with the knowledge. No knowledge.
No, not gang knowledge.
Are you? Are
Game
you?
knowledge.
No.
Are you a knowledge shower or a knowledge grower?
All right, I
All
think
right,
that's
and
enough.
that's it.
That's enough of that. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Finding Danny. We'll have more coming to you next week. We'll have a guest coming up. It's always great as usual. Hope y'all made it this far and didn't cut out, 45 minutes ago or an hour ago. So to all those who made it this far, you're the fucking GOAT. We love you guys as always. Take care of yourselves. Treat yourselves right. Positive affirmations, all that
Big
good
knowledge.
stuff. Big knowledge. Stay tuned. Big knowledge. Till next time.
Thank you.
Later. All right, I need to make a show that's hard for now.